I mean, a couple of things. First, the Jews rejecting Jesus proves that salvation isn't just a matter of considering the evidence and making a rational choice. Your mind, your spiritual heart is dead and cold because of sin that we inherited. The Jews had all these privileges and they didn't, right? Their eyes were blinded. But then the thing that dawned on me this week as I was really studying this is that Americans are very similar to the Jews when it comes to the spiritual privileges we've been given. Did you know that? I mean, Americans are very similar, especially in the South in America, right, where we live. I mean, man, we can go out, stand in the street, and we can throw a rock in any direction, and we'll probably hit a church. We'll probably hit somebody leaving church here in the South, right? I mean, man, there's churches everywhere, right, wrong, good, or bad sometimes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But right, wrong, good, or bad, there's church everywhere. You know what? The Bible is the best-selling book of all time in America. Did you know that? I mean, man, some of you, if you don't have a Bible, come and we'll give you a hardback, but for free. But the deal is, man, you know how long it's been since I've opened a hardback Bible? I can't even tell you when I opened a hardback. Because my Bible, I cannot tell you how many translations. I cannot tell you how many Bibles I have on my phone. I get on the plane, man, I've got more Bibles and study tools than I mean, I don't have to pack that case anymore, right? I've got them all right here. I can tell you where to get free Bibles, good, but all day long on your phone. It's readily available. The Bible. Man, we live in a place of religious freedom. You are not going to be killed. You're not going to be arrested and imprisoned because you love Jesus in America. You know what? We live in freedom. We have freedom of speech. You can tell anybody you want about Jesus. You're not going to jail for it. You're not. Freedom of speech, religious freedom. Now, you might lose your job over it, okay? But that's what we talked about earlier. I think that's worth it, to be honest. So you have freedom of speech in America. We have religious freedom. We have churches everywhere. We have Bibles, readily at our fingertips that the world don't have. We have, incredible spiritual privileges. The gospel is on TV, on the radio, Christian radio stations. Incredible privileges. And let me tell you, those incredible privileges will turn into your incredible liabilities on Judgment Day if you don't know Jesus. In America, we're very much like the Jews. And here's what we know. 85% of Americans have rejected Jesus. Now, some of you that shocked say, hold on, man, 85? Because, stats will say 40, 50% say they know Jesus. Yeah, and out of that, the huge majority of those say they know Jesus because they went to church 4 Easters ago with grandmama. About 85, and that is an absolute liberal, generous estimate. About 85% of people in America have rejected Jesus. And when it comes down to our teenage generation today, the huge majority, about 90 to 95%, do not claim Jesus as their Lord and Savior with each generation. Folks, America has all these privileges, yet we've rejected Jesus. And here's the sad thing. Some in churches, about 50% by estimates, are trusting the religious privileges rather than, just like the Jews, trusting the religious privileges rather than trusting Jesus for their salvation. Well, I'm a church member. Well, I got baptized. Well, I've done this. I've led the small group. I've done these things. Folks, you can't trust your religious privileges. They're not going to get you anywhere. You got to trust Jesus. He's the only way. That's the close-handed thing.